We started from very humble beginnings with a very small place here on this same property with 5 acres of vineyards. Bought a bunch of used equipment and got going. So this is the Baily production facility. Our tasting room and Carol's restaurant, my wife's restaurant, are on Rancho California Road. One of the things that's really been gratifying, the latest edition of the Oxford Companion to Wine, which I have a copy of right here, mentions Baily Winery as being one of the 2 most artistically successful of the small pioneering outfits. The key thing here at Baily is the proper aging of wines and producing a wine that tastes good in the mouth, that feels smooth and silky and leaves a nice, long, lingering finish. People taste wine in their mouth. We all make a big deal about smelling it. Wine judges make a big deal about smelling it. We make a big deal about how many different fruits, vegetables, and assorted inanimate objects we can smell. And, but really when it comes down to it, it's what that wine is like in your mouth. Baily wines are aged 30 months in oak barrels, 50% new barrels. We also age the wine a year before it's released. We think this sets us apart. Hardly any winery is doing that these days. They tend to 18 months, 24 months at most. And the result is a smoother, silkier wine. Our specialty is wines from the Bordeaux grape varieties: Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot, Cabernet Franc, Malbec, Sauvignon Blanc, Semillon. We like those. Those are our favorite kind of wines. And we have a climate that's very similar to the central part of the Napa Valley, where they grow great Cabernets. The consistency of our wines is illustrated by the vertical tastings that we do for the public. From time to time, we have tastings of 5 years of our latest 5 years of Cabernet Sauvignon, and then a tasting of one that's about 15 years old. And it does a couple of things. It shows the consistency. It shows they're all different, because that's what wine is all about. And, but it really gives people a chance to see what happens to a wine when it does get to be 15 years old. Each year, Mother Nature gives us different grapes. So each year is going to be different. The winemaker's job is to take those grapes and make it into a consistent product. If you like Baily 2002 Cabernet Sauvignon, I want you to like the Baily 2005 Cabernet Sauvignon. And I want you to say, this reminds me of the 2002. This is a Baily wine. We've been making our wines the same way from the same grapes for over 15 years now. Wine has always been an important part of our family's life. Carol and I have been married since 1967. In 1968, for our first anniversary, we visited wineries all over Northern California. And 30 years ago, we moved to Temecula with no intention of starting a winery, but we got to know the people that were in the wine business here and saw what was happening. We started growing grapes, and the other winery owners encouraged us. And we said, look, we're in a good place. We're in the right place at the right time. And if we don't do it now, we may never do it, and we'll always rue the day. Carol and I rarely drink wine during the day, but we never have a dinner that we don't have wine with. Wine and food are the perfect match, and to have a nice dinner without wine is, like the French say, it's like a day without sunshine. So.